Rumors, gossip, panic, FOMO, these are all words that we are very used to over the past couple years as Pokemon TCG enthusiasts, whether you're a collector or an investor or a competitive player, whatever you might be. There's been a lot of those phrases, those words that have kind of come together with the Pokemon TCG over the past couple years, and understandably so, because demand has been so high. It's been ridiculously high, and even though things are nowhere near as crazy and as bad as they were a year ago, things are still very, very high. Pokemon is still really popular, and there's a lot of videos that came out at the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, that talked about Pokemon falling off a cliff and Pokemon dying and how it's not good anymore and how it's, it's not true. Demand is still very, very high when it comes to Pokemon, and with everything going on, I tweeted this out earlier, but we have Silver Tempest coming out right now. Next week is the official release day. There's over 200 cards in that set when you include Secret Rares, Rainbow Rares, all those goodies. And then January, 2 months. In just 2 months, we have Crown Zenith coming out. So that's the last Sword and Shield set. That is a specialty set. That's not a main series set. It's just a specialty set. There is confirmed at least 160 cards in that set. That is going to be coming out in 2 months as just a specialty set. So you go back, you look at the last specialty set that we had, which was Pokemon Go, where there's only like 70 cards. And before that, Celebrations, where there's only like 50 or 60 cards. To have 160 plus card set coming out as a specialty set 1 month before, that's right, just 1 month before February, and February is important because that's the release of Scarlet and Violet, which is the next generation, already confirmed to have over 200 cards in that set. It is very overwhelming. It's absolutely nuts. Pokemon, very exciting, but a little bit overwhelming. What is going on, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantom. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm really, really excited. We're going to talk some Silver Tempest today. If you like the kind of data that I am providing you with, please do me a favor. Just hit that subscribe button down below. If you're not currently subscribed, leave a comment, leave a like. It goes a really long way for the algorithm. We are trying to get to 100,000 subscribers this year, and you guys are absolutely amazing with all the shares, all those wonderful things. So thank you so much for that. I want to talk about Silver Tempest because this is getting short printed, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, keep it 100 with you. It is short printed compared to previous sets. There is much less that is going to be available. However, that does not mean panic. That does not mean FOMO. That does not mean freak out. And I think it's important to understand that Silver Tempest is readily available for anywhere between $95 and $100 for booster boxes. So we're going to look at things pretty quickly here. I'm going to flip you guys around so you can see what I'm talking about. This is a Silver Tempest booster box, and this is just a snip that we took from the graph on TCG Player, so you can look at how the market has handled Silver Tempest. And the thing that we need to remember for Silver Tempest, it's a fun set. It's a good set. There's some good cards in this set, some good competitive cards, some exciting alternate arts. I'm really excited about the Unknown. That is my chase card, but the Lugia is also super cool. The Regidrago, very, very beautiful. Even the Skunk Tank looks really good. And then there's a lot of other really good full art trainers. It's a good set, but when you couple that with what I talked about earlier, with all the releases that are coming up, the price change that is happening when Scarlet and Violet hits, that's because MSRP is going up with Scarlet and Violet. And then in January, we have a new specialty set coming out. People need to save their money. People need to be careful where they throw their money. And that's why I think it's important to understand that even though Silver Tempest is getting short printed, that does not necessarily mean that we're going to hit $140 booster boxes, $150 booster boxes. I've seen a lot of content, a lot of comments, a lot of people out there saying this is a one and done set. It's possible. It's very possible this might be just a one print run and that's it. They might not print it again because they do have that MSRP increase, and then why would they want to reprint older sets when they can reprint newer sets at a higher price point, get more profit in their pocket? But that does not mean freak out, because people have been spending money like crazy when it comes to Pokemon on the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. There's more Pokemon releases. There have been a ton of Pokemon releases that have come out. And Silver Tempest, while it looks good, probably not as good as what we've seen from Evolving Skies, what we saw from Brilliant Stars. To me, this is a very Astral Radiant set. This is a good set. Nothing that jumps off the page at you. A lot of cool cards, but nothing that's like, hey, I need this. I need to get this before it jumps up to $140 per booster box. If we look at Lost Origin, which only had one wave, it's still doing just fine. Still settling right around that $100, $105 for a booster box. It's not like it needs to be reprinted. So even though there's a lot of storefronts who are running low on boxes, it still is doing very well. So if we look at the market price, and this snip is a couple days old, so it is cheaper now. When I looked earlier today, it was at 102 something. 103.36 for a market price. For a booster box, box. It's really, really good pricing. You can see it was trending downward. Now it's gone up a little bit on this graph, but I think you're going to find it right around $100, $105 for a while before that stock really gets diminished a little bit. And then before you know it, all of a sudden, we're already going to be at Crown Zenith, so there's going to be a lot of attention that's going to be paid to that. So I think Silver Tempest will continue to remain at a relatively low price point due to the fact that there's so many sets coming out. Also, we have to remember that because Pokemon pumps out so many of those extra collection boxes, so many of those ancillary products, the tins, all those other things that have Silver Tempest packs in them, that will have Silver Tempest packs in them, that really helps kind of stymie booster box prices because people still get that product. They're still getting to be able to open up Silver Tempest packs. They just don't have to commit to an entire booster box when they can get a couple at a time. How bad are allocations? Well, we're going to look at those quickly just so you can get a feel for how they look compared to Lost Origin. So this is something that I talked to a lot of other store owners about, talked to a lot of storefronts about to see if this is how their allocations look as well. And all of them said, yes, this is exactly what we're going through as well. Some of them a little bit worse, but booster boxes 23% less available than we saw of Lost Origin. Now, one thing to remember is that Pokemon has really picked up their printing. So 23% less than Lost Origin. While that's a lot less, it's barely less than what we saw from like Wave 1 of Fusion Strike last year. And the thing to remember is Fusion Strike was very cheap right out of the gates and stayed very cheap, and then had the second print run, which made it even cheaper. So you're looking at about similar quantities, a little bit less than what we saw of Fusion Strike. So even though it is short printed compared to what Pokemon is used to supplying over the past year, there's still going to be plenty of it available. So 23% less than Lost Origin when it comes to booster boxes. For Elite Trainer boxes, a little bit more, a little bit higher of a variance here, 27% less than Lost Origin. Sleeve booster cases, 9% less than Lost Origin. So we are getting 9% less sleeved booster cases than we did for Lost Origin. Build and battle displays, the same. Check lane blisters, those are the ones that come with the coin and the promo card. Those were the ones, the Silver Tempest ones are ones that you have seen pop up at Target early, getting the same amount. 3-pack blisters, also getting the same amount. The other thing to remember is just because LGSs are getting less product doesn't mean big box stores are getting less product. So these check lane blisters, these 3-pack blisters, these sleeve boosters, these get pumped in retail stores like crazy. And the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection that was up on Target again for $119.99. Target got an absolute massive amount of the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. So it wouldn't surprise me if Pokemon is providing these marketing companies that stock these big box stores a lot more product than they did in the past. So that way they can sufficiently meet demand for all the people lining up, all the kids who are in there, because we went through that phase, right, during Shining Fates where nobody could find any product. People were lining up literally in lines that were hundreds of feet long just trying to get two booster packs. And people would buy them out, then scalp them, sell them at double the price. And Pokemon didn't like that. They didn't want that. So providing big box retailers with more opportunities to have these smaller ancillary products makes a lot more sense. If we look at build and battle stadiums, look at this, 58% less than Lost Origin. So this one took a big hit. I don't know if it's because they're going to start phasing out build and battle stadiums, which wouldn't surprise me because build and battle stadiums are very difficult for store owners to move. It's a higher price point, a little bit more expensive of a product. You're looking at about $60 MSRP for a build and battle stadium, and you get 12 packs. So it's basically a glorified ETB with a little bit of extra promos inside, but without league play really going on until the beginning of 2023. There's a lot of kind of people staying away from those, and especially when they can just get 2 of the build and battle boxes for about $40, which is going to save them quite a bit of money. And then we got booster bundles. That's the first one that they introduced with Lost Origin, a new product. So another new product, 10% more than Lost Origin. So more of those that are available, which makes sense to me. And it's a good product. It's something that I actually enjoy because it does give people an opportunity to buy 6 that may or may not have been sourced, probably not sourced, 6 random booster packs rather than getting all that extra filler like what you would get from an ETB or what you would get from a 3-pack blister. It's basically just buying like 6 3-pack or 6 sleeve boosters at kind of a little bit cheaper of a price point because you're not paying for the cardboard, and a lot of times the LGSs put those on discount. So 10% more for that. So more booster bundles. Everything else is either the same or less, and a pretty significant drop when it comes to booster boxes. Like I said, 23% less. ETBs, they don't sell nearly as well as what booster boxes do anyway, so 27% less makes sense. Sleeve booster cases are doing pretty well, but there's still plenty of them available. So it's nothing that I think we really need to worry about or be concerned about when it comes to short print. So yes, there is only one print run that is confirmed. That is true. So if people are out there telling you there's only one wave of Silver Tempest, they are correct, but I don't think it's anything that we need to freak out about right now because there is so much product that is kind of hitting the shelves and more product yet to come with the release of Crown Zenith and with the release of Scarlet and Violet. A lot of people looking forward, looking ahead. If we look at pre-order pricing, the set looks strong. Looks really, really good. This is just TCG Player. We're just looking at the cards. The good thing about TCG Player is that you can list cards for whatever price you want. So the only storefronts that can put up cards right now are stores that are authorized to do pre-order. So brick and mortar stores that can have pre-order products up there. So this is an important thing to look at right now to really give a good gauge on the market before a set releases. So if you look at something like Lugia V, it has a market price of $19.68. When a market price gets established, that means that there are sales that go along with that card. So a market price of $19.68 means that somebody has bought this Lugia V or a Lugia V, pre-ordered Lugia V for $19.68. So the one that's listed at $39.99, probably pretty high as far as this card goes. This card is expected to be very, very competitive. It's expected to do very well. So you might have another situation like what we saw with Arceus or Palkia or even Giratina when it first came out, where you have a regular art V that is going to be worth about $10, $12, somewhere in that ballpark. It's also a very cool artwork. So $19.68, while it's a little bit expensive, I expect it to drop. That market has already at least been established. Archeops, a very good holo rare in Silver Tempest. So when you're opening up your cards right away, rather than putting stuff in bulk right away, definitely pay attention to what the market is doing and where the market is moving. So you can see just a holo rare Archeops is selling for $5.75. $5.75 is a market price that's already been established. That means people have pre-ordered it at this price. That means it's good to go at this price. So $5.75. So when you open up Silver Tempest, definitely put your Archeops to the side. Don't just put it in bulk right away. Then we've got Lugia V-Star. Again, market price of $38.99. That means it's selling at that price point, not $59.99. Regidrago V-Star, $21.96. A lot of pictures that aren't updated yet, but this is something that I'm not going to go through everything, but does give you a good idea of where the market is. You can see the Ho-Oh V full art right here. There's one listed at $34.95, but it's already been sold. It's already been selling at $15. So a market price already established for that. The Radiant Alakazam, $23, already sold at that price. Shining Jirachi, $29.99. If you look and go to, like, let's say the last page, as you go further on, you can see like a Regidrago V, alternate art, market price not available. It has not sold yet. Sometimes you get some crazy price points. Superior V-Star, for example, $18.96 is the lowest it's listed, but there's no market price. That means that it has not sold yet. No copies have sold on TCG Player. That's why you don't have an actual market price established yet. Also, a lot of stores have not opened up product because they haven't gotten a whole lot of product in yet. So when you look at some of these listings and you see market price unavailable, that's important to look at. If you look at the trainer gallery, not a whole lot that jumps off the page when it comes to the trainer gallery. I'm very excited for the Zera Aura V, very excited for Friends in Gallery. I think the first and the front end of the trainer gallery, the cards that are easier to pull, I'm more excited about than the back end. Like Jinx looks really cool. The Altaria looks fantastic. But I do think like the Rayquaza will do really well. Both of the Rayquazas that are in here, those will do really well. But other than that, not a whole lot that's really, really exciting. That's why it gives me that real Astral Radiance feel to it. So I think it's a good set. I think it'll hold us over really well, but I also think it's important to not panic when you hear things about one print run, and then it's going to be done. We don't know that for sure. They could end up reprinting the set. They've done that before where they've only done one print run. Vivid Voltage is a perfect example where they did multiple print runs of it to make sure that they could hit supply, but a lot of people then were kind of chasing that Rainbow Pikachu. So I don't think there's anything necessarily like that in this set outside of maybe the alternate art Lugia that a lot of people are excited about, but we'll see. Definitely something to keep an eye on. But right now, booster boxes readily available for purchase anywhere around that $100 mark. So take advantage of that as we prepare for this huge wave of Pokemon products that are coming out. So I just wanted to throw that information out there so you have it. Make the best decisions when it comes to spending your collection dollars, and that way you can properly prepare for what is yet to come. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, like I said, please hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, share the channel. It goes a really long way for the algorithm. I appreciate you guys so much, and like everything you do for me, just helping me grow. It's amazing. So thank you so much for everything, guys. Until tomorrow we're going to be opening up Silver Tempest, and we'll also have a giveaway. So make sure to come back. Until then, guys, thanks a lot. Peace.